Hello, and welcome to Dr. Dan's Psychological Facts and today's video. Have you ever wondered how our brains change when we learn something new? Learning isn't just a mental process, it's a biological one. Today we'll explore the fascinating world of the brain, from neurotransmitters to neural wiring, and how learning actually rewires our brain through neuroplasticity and neurogenesis. So let's dive in. How learning changes the brain. The science of neuroplasticity and neurogenesis. In the previous video, we have seen that, when we study, we're analyzing information, converting it into neurochemical and electrical signals, and storing it in your brain for a short period, as an initial process like keeping everything in the trolley in a shop. Learning happens when the brain organizes and stores this information in specific areas. Let's see how it happens. When we learn, our brain undergoes a series of complex processes. These processes are not just abstract thoughts. They involve real, concrete changes in the brain at the chemical, electrical, and neurological levels. Let's break it down. The neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and glutamate. At the core of learning is something called neurotransmitters. These are chemical messengers that travel between neurons or brain cells. When you encounter new information, your brain releases specific neurotransmitters like dopamine, glutamate, and serotonin. Dopamine is often referred to as the reward chemical, and it helps reinforce behaviors that are tied to positive experiences. Glutamate, on the other hand, is crucial for forming new synaptic connections in your brain, essential for learning. See the synapses firing, forming new connections between neurons. As you learn, these neurotransmitters activate the formation of synapses, the tiny gaps between neurons where communication happens. When you practice something repeatedly, these synaptic connections strengthen, making it easier for the information to flow through your brain. This process is known as synaptic plasticity. Essentially, your brain gets better at doing things the more you practice them. See brain rewiring itself, forming new connections, new pathways lighting up. Now let's talk about neuroplasticity. This is the brain's ability to reorganize itself, to form new neural connections throughout life. Learning new skills, languages, or even overcoming challenges physically changes the structure of your brain. It's like your brain is a highway system. Every time you learn something new, you build new roads and improve traffic flow between different areas of the brain. The more you use these pathways, the stronger they become. See brain cells growing and dividing, new neurons forming. But here's something even more amazing: neurogenesis. This is the process of creating new brain cells, particularly in the hippocampus, the area of the brain that plays a key role in memory and learning. While it was once thought that we stop growing new brain cells as adults, we now know that neurogenesis continues throughout life, especially when we engage in activities that challenge our brain, like learning something new or exercising. See the electrical activity lighting up in the brain, representing neural firing and signaling. Learning also involves electrical changes in the brain. When neurons fire, they send electrical signals through their axons and dendrites. This electrical activity is what allows different parts of the brain to communicate with each other. When you're learning something, the electrical impulses in your brain become more synchronized, leading to better processing of information. See brain lighting up with neurotransmitters, synapses, and neurons interacting. All of these processes, neurotransmitter release, synaptic formation, neuroplasticity, neurogenesis, and electrical activity, work together in what we call neuropsychology. This is the study of how the brain's biological functions influence our behavior and cognitive abilities. When we learn, we aren't just acquiring knowledge in our minds. We are literally rewiring our brains to better understand the world around us. So the next time you learn something new, remember, your brain isn't just passively storing information, it's actively changing. Neurotransmitters are firing, synapses are strengthening, and new neurons are being created. All of this shows that learning is a truly concrete process, deeply rooted in the biology of the brain. It's proof that our brains have an incredible ability to adapt and grow, no matter how old we are. So, now I hope you have a deeper understanding of the neuropsychological process behind learning. As we've explored, learning is much more than just memorizing facts or studying. It involves real biological changes in your brain, including neurotransmitter activity, synaptic formation, neuroplasticity, and even the growth of new brain cells. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights into how the brain works. See you in the next video. From Dr. Abai Daniel.